Hello all, and thank you for being here with us today. This is Manisha, and after consecutive success of all the three events, here we are back with the session 4 of the Flutter Festival. So, Flutter Festival is a community-led event where developers can join to learn and explore the Google technologies, especially Flutter and Dart, and have hands-on the cross-platform app development. So in today's session, our facilitator Ayush Kejriwal will basically give a comprehensive guide to advanced widgets and the responsive UI in the Flutter. So Ayush, please go ahead.
Yeah, hello guys, good morning. So today is the fourth session and today we'll discuss about the UI, like what all widgets you can use to make your UI better and like basic widgets, which is very helpful. And at the end, we will also talk about the responsiveness of the app because you all know that Flutter is a cross-platform app development thing. So there are different screens you have to cater to. So you have to build your UI according to that. So I will show you some tips and tricks for that. So for now, let's get started with the widgets. So this is the official docs. We have widget catalog here defined. You can also go through all the other stuffs in the official doc. देखो फ्लटर के लिए बेस्ट होता है मतलब बेस्ट है उसका डॉक्स, इससे अच्छा डॉक्स कोई भी लैंग्वेज का नहीं है। तो तुम लोग जाके पढ़ सकते हो और उसको एक्सप्लोर कर सकते हो। बहुत इजी है और बहुत मिनिमल वे में अभी देख भी लेंगे। जैसे बेसिक से स्टार्ट करते हैं अभी। सो विल गो टू द बेसिक पेज। बेसिक ऐप बार उस दिन देखे थे। नॉर्मल ऐप बार कैसे होता है, कॉलम कैसे होता है, कंटेनर क्या होता है। एलिवेटेड बटन नहीं देखे थे, इसको देखते हैं। तो एलिवेटेड बटन क्या होता है कि नॉर्मल तुम्हारा जैसे एक बटन है वो थोड़ा सा विथ शैडोज, बैकग्राउंड में थोड़ा शैडो होगा, यहाँ पे रन जैसे करेंगे तो यहाँ पे तुमको दिख जाएगा। ये देखो enabled button, disabled button. So disabled में like I can't click and enabled is enabled. So there is splash effect you can see which is given by default by the Flutter. और वैसे ही बहुत सारे होते हैं, आउटलाइन बटन, टेक्स्ट बटन, और यहाँ पे तुमको इसका प्रॉपर्टीज मिल जाएंगे कि क्या क्या तुम यूज कर सकते हो। तो बेसिकली चाइल्ड है, चाइल्ड में सॉरी चाइल्ड में यहाँ पे टेक्स्ट डाल सकते हो, आइकन डाल सकते हैं, एनीथिंग। क्लिप बिहेवियर है, क्लिप बिहेवियर मैं थोड़ा zoom कर देता हूँ। और हाँ, क्लिप बिहेवियर है लाइक यू कैन क्लिप आउट द विजेट अकॉर्डिंग टू द पेरेंट विजेट, so that is there enabled and disabled, which is this only. Like if it is disabled you can't click on it or it will show you like this, like the button is disabled. Like there is a form, कोई फॉर्म भर रहे हो तो उसमें कोई चीज तुमने अभी तक भरा नहीं है तो वहां पे तुम बटन डिसेबल कर सकते हो ताकि कोई मिस क्लिक ना करे। तो वहां पे तुम उसके साथ कह सकते हो। ऐसे ही है ऑन प्रेस्ड इज द रिक्वायर्ड पैरामीटर, लाइक तुमको डालना ही होगा क्योंकि बिना कुछ मतलब प्रेस करने से क्या इफेक्ट आएगा, ऑन लॉन्ग प्रेस क्या इफेक्ट आएगा, ऐसे होवर करने से कुछ दिखाना है क्या। लाइक यहाँ पे मैं इन्हीं कई कोड में एक तो चेंज करता हूँ, लाइक ओवर, और यहाँ पे मैं डाल देता हूँ बटन ओवर का ऑन होवर, सॉरी। तो ऑन ओवर, और यहाँ पे टेक्स्ट विजेट को दिखाना चाहते हैं तो इसको कॉपी कर लेते हैं। और कहीं कुछ एरर है, इसको रीरन करते हैं, देखते हैं क्या होता है। एरर कंपाइलिंग ऑन ओवर, यहाँ पे क्या ले रहा है, वैल्यू चेंज बुलियन। ओके, तो यहाँ पे ट्रू शायद ले रहा है वो। ऑनर में हम जाके यहाँ पे ऐसे क्लिक करके देख सकते हैं कि लाइक यहाँ पे उसने क्या वैल्यू वो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है, तो वैल्यू चेंज बुल, सो इट विल रिटर्न अ फंक्शन बेसिकली। तो ठीक है, वो थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड पार्ट है, अभी के लिए स्किप करते हैं। फ्लटर लोगो, लाइक तुमको कहीं पे प्लेस ऑर्डर डालना है तो यहाँ पे फ्लटर लोगो डायरेक्टली अपना एक तो विजिट देता है, जिसमें तुम खाली फ्लटर लोगो लिखते ही और साइज दे सकते हो, कलर दे सकते हो, एंड यू कैन जस्ट show the logo over your screen. Simple as that. And placeholder, it is there. Row. These all are basic widgets which we have already seen. Okay. So let's go in the advanced bit. Assets and images and icons. So uh, in the app you must have like images where you want to show them the image you have in the like your app icon, you can say, or something like that. So there is image bucket. So image, you can get the image from the network, you can get the image from the file you have in the local storage, you can get it from the memory, which is like very least used for the beginners. You can, this is the most useful, network and asset. Asset will do the thing, image dot asset will give you an access to the asset. Let me show you a code. So when you add the assets folder here in the directory, at the, like, this is the old counter app. I have modified a bit. I will show you like a little bit of animation, how you can handle the animation in Flutter in the letter hub. So if I put a asset over here, and when I put the asset, I have to just, yeah, declare here like I have this assets. You can see in the comment section. So I will just uncomment it and it will do the thing. And after doing that, you can use this thing, and under this image thing, new image, image dot asset, under bracket, you can just put on the relative link, relative path, so that it can identify and show you the image from your asset. And for network, you can just go to, and like this is an image, if you right click over the copy image address, so you can just copy it and put it over in the image.network, so it, you will just get it. If you want me to like, you can see here, there is a link over here, and it will show it like this, as simple as that. So more, there are more properties with this, you can just go ahead and read it and try. Like, there is a loading meter if the image is too large, like 2 MB, 3 MB, so it will take time to like get from the web and show you. So until then you can just build like show you the loading screen. From loading screen, I एक चीज याद है वो दिखा देता हूँ. There is circular progress bar indicator. So circular progress indicator, yeah. So official docs. So what it does, it will just show you the loading screen, circle and circle, like this. Like you can tell them how much you want to, like how much progress is completed in your download thing. Like if you're downloading something, there is also a linear thing, linear progress indicator, which will show you in the line. I guess I can just change this to linear and it should work. Yeah, as you can see, like you can show them the downloading thing, or it is loading or something. Like you can explore this widget, like this is the most used widget for me. And when it will be used, it will be used when you use future. There is a future class inside Flutter. uh, I will show you in a bit. Like when you let's say you call a API, अब उसका रिस्पॉन्स आने में लाइक 10 सेकंड लगेगा या 5 सेकंड लगेगा, मिली सेकंड, 10 मिली सेकंड भी लग रहा है, तो तब तक मैं वहां पे क्या दिखाऊंगा, वो रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है तो वहां पे मैं सर्कुलर प्रोग्रेस इंडिकेटर या लीनियर प्रोग्रेस इंडिकेटर दिखाऊंगा. तो वहां पे वो मेरे को हेल्प कर देगा यूजर को बताने की वेट फॉर इट, लाइक इट्स कमिंग। और वैसे यहाँ पे भी तुम लोडिंग बिल्डर के अंदर इमेज लोडिंग बिल्डर का खुद का भी क्लास है, और वैसे भी तुम ये सब भी डाल सकते हो। तो दैट्स इट। इमेज यू कैन, लाइक इमेज में दो ही चीज काम आता है, एसेट और मेमोरी, sorry, not memory, network. So like you can define how it will fit your UI. Like if you have a rectangle defined like 200 cross 300, then you want to show image in the full 200 by 300. So you will just give box width dot contain. So you can see over here like how it is done. I guess someone's mic is on. You can just cover it. Like here it is. If I want to cover the full box, I can just put box width dot cover, and it will cover the whole box that I have, like 200 cross 300, 200 cross 200, anything. Fill is the thing, like it will just compress your image according to your box. It will not just cut off, and like in cover it will crop the image, and in fill it will just compress it and fit inside that box. Fit height will do the same, like it will fit to the height and leave over the width to image itself. Like if image is bigger than width you have defined, then it will just pass it and crop it from there, or else it will just show blank space over there. That's all thing. You can like play with this box width and fitted box, all thing properties. This is enum. So where were we? So yeah, image class, I guess that's more than enough to. Icon you have seen, like you can, there is a library of icons which you can just go and refer to in the Google icons pack. This icons, yeah, here it is, icons class. There is a list of icons. Like if I write it, there is an icon over here. So I will just control space, and you can see all the icons in the these are pre-built icons by the Flutter, so you can just use them and put it over in your app. So you don't have to import any external package for that. There are some other packages in pub.dev. So just pub.dev, you can go. Okay. You can write icons over here. There are more beautiful icons. Just you can, like this is line icons. They have the library of icons, which is which is more beautiful looking and stuff. So you can just import that, and how they you have to use it. Everything is written over here. So you can go through this. It is also great icon pack. So it's in Android you have used icon packs. It's like that only. So yeah, you can explore that. I will just close it for now. Now let's go to input part. Like in there are more many input things like autocomplete in your text widget, form field. So what is form? You want like you have seen Google Form, no? It is like that. Like you will declare a form in the header, and then you will ask like this is the header. Let me like acha. So there is a form. You have to give the global key, which you have to define it in the class itself, which will like तुम्हारा स्टेट मेंटेन रखेगा कि वो सब चीज चेक करेगा। तो वो उसके लिए फॉर्म की यूज होता है। फिर कॉलम उसके अंदर अब चाइल्ड होता है। चाइल्ड के अंदर कॉलम डाला, और कॉलम के अंदर मैं कुछ भी डाल सकता हूँ। टेक्स्ट फॉर्म फील्ड है। बेसिकली ये क्या करेगा कि मेरा जितना मैं कुछ मांग रहा हूँ, लाइक एंटर योर ईमेल, फिर एंटर योर नेम, एंटर योर पासवर्ड, like a password filling form or your sign up form. So I can just duplicate this, copy and paste it 2 times, and I will change this. Please enter your password. please enter your name. And since password is visible, so I can just obscure text. When you will go here, it is secure. Okay, it will be here, I guess. Yeah, obscure text. I will turn it to true, and it will work. Like, let's run this. Like, and yeah, so it will show you three things: email, name, and password. And I can write email, I can write name, and while writing password, it will not show you what I am writing. So this will be helpful for you. So this you can remember, like obscure text will just hide the thing to dot 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 dot. And when I validate it, it will just here you can see it is validating the data. If they like I have this three things over here, so if anything is missing, I can just see over here while submitting the data. So if like let's print the data they have in the form key dot current state dot toString. No, I guess toString would work. Okay, let's see what toString is. I have to put it here. Yeah, run it. I will open the console itself because I am printing. So I'll write XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. Some. So this is the state. I guess you have to do the data thing. You can explore it from here, how the form key works. So you will get all these things one by one when you try it by yourself. Like you don't have to remember all these things, but you should know like where to use and when to use them. Autocomplete is a thing like when you like Google or like in Flipkart or Amazon, you search for something, so it will show you like you are searching MI4. So MI4 is a mobile phone, so MI4 in mobile phones and something like that. So you can do that. Form field is the same thing. Form text field and form field, you can just uh, put it under form field, anything under form field, and it will like use the key to revert you back. And you can also like I can't show you right now, but you can just use the keyboard types as well. So there is a let I will put control space so you can see type. Let me type it. Uh, Okay, so basically you can it is not there in the text form field, but it will be there in text field, basic text field. You can just tell them what it is, like it is a email or it is a number. So according to that, you can just change the keyboard structure, and user can input that. So like it's a phone number, so you don't need any alphabets to show over in your keyboard. So you can just do that using text input field. There is a thing. So yeah, so that's all from taking inputs. There are more. Let me. Um, it should be there. Material and components. So material. Let's go over here. So app bar, there is this thing at the top, app bar, and you can add stuff, and which we have done in the last uh, tutorial. Yeah, last session. Bottom navigation bar that you will be using in the regular basis. So you can go over here and see like how it is implemented. So generally this is the basic one, which will be shown over here. Yeah. Yeah. So you can just like this is given by Dart by default, so you can use it. Or if you don't like this style, there you can customize it like colors and all of the stuff. If you want more animation, you can just head over to Flutter Gems. I have shown you last time, and here you have a bunch of packages for navigation, like bottom navigation bar. Like yeah, you can see it over here. Tabs bottom navigation bar. There are 46 packages. You can just import any of them, and like there are some with animations, and everything is like pre-built over here. You can just install it and use it. And how to use it, if you go to read more, you can just go and read how they are. Just copy paste the code from here for the beginning, and you can just play over it like how they are doing it. So this is if you have used Google Pay, this is the kind of stuff they use. So this will be more interactive and good looking UI. So you can just go over there, and elevation, you can decide elevation of like how much elevated your app bar should be, and you can like see they are showing the hover effect, like when I hover what it is, and when I click it, they are also writing the thing. So everything is pre-built, you can just go ahead and use them. That's why Flutter is so easy. Like it has a huge collection of items. There is a drawer class, like from side. If you have three icons, you can just click and see the drawer. Scaffold is the basic skeleton, as I have also already said. Tab bar, you can use tab bars to like specify multiple screens inside a screen. Like you have a list of three types. Like let's say attendance app. So in one you have a profile, in one you have a attendance, and in one you have a statistics. So you can just show them in the upper bar. So you also have option for bottom navigation bar, and you also have the option for upper tab bar. So there is also a tab controller which you can play with. Here are some buttons, like what all buttons Flutter provide in the basic uh, thing, like drop down button for anything selection, like you are selecting a country for getting the phone number initials. So that is their elevated button. Floating action button we have already seen. We also say it fab icon or fab button. Icon button, it is there, it will only show the icons and it will circle around it. Outline button, it will show it like this. If you can see, I will just zoom it. Yeah. So yeah, pop pop up menu button, it will like three dots are there. If you want to show like a remove and or share thing, you can just go to it. Text button, you this is a text button, basic text button, like this is a text button. As you can see, I am hovering and it is getting underlined, and this is done in text button. So it will convert your text to a button. So you can check that out. There are default things like checkbox, date time picker. Date time picker is a great for Flutter. Like for iOS, shows you the iOS kind of stuff, and for Android, it shows you the Android kind of stuff. So it is cool. Radio button, it is there, like you can list out 10 things and you want to your user to specify only one thing, so you can use radio button. And for multiple, you can use checkbox. For like slider, it is there. Switch, it is there. Switch you will use most of the times, just a on off button for your settings, like to switch theme from dark to white, light, or light to dark, anything. Text field I already stated, like here in text field I will show you that input button, you can just change that. So here you can also see the password thing of secure text is set to true, outline but outline border it is there, and label is password. So here I input field should also be there. Okay, yeah, keyboard appearance, brightness or thing, or keyboard type. You can just put all this to keyboard type will just specify like what all email it is there or multi-line it is there. So according to that, it will just show you thing. And max length will just force the user to input like there is a phone number that is for max of 10 digit. You can't enter a 16 digit phone number. So you can just limit that, and all the stuff can be done in the text. Yeah. And so dialogues are there, alert dialogues, bottom shade. All this is a great UI things. Snack bar, you will use snack bar to show them any progress or any error you have. Like if there is location fetching error, so you can just pop up this menu and say like you have to allow location to for me to grab that and show you accordingly. So there is a card thing. You can just put the image over at the top and describe it down. Shape this you must have seen in the like Twitter thing, and while they are taking inputs about your interests, you can see that circular progress indicator already seen. Data table, yeah, data table you can just like CSV or Excel file, you can just show them, or you have seen mail format like, so you can just do that. And it is like great tool. Grid view and list view, these two are things which grid view I will use it in the next session. I will make a tic-tac-toe application in front of you, so you will also get how to make that. It will not take much of time, but it is great to get started with. You can try from your own. If not, then we will also build it, so you can see it over there. And gradient is there, linear progress tooltip is same as like that hover thing. So if I go and hover over a thing, it will show the tooltip. If you know CSS and all that thing, list style is a great widget. List style you can just you don't have to declare anything, like no container and thing. You can just write title, subtitle, what color it is. You can just uh, add the icon at the end, add the icon at the starting, or add any widget. Like you can see here, it is a list style. It in leading it is Flutter logo, in between it is text, and trailing it is icon. So this widget is great. Like if you are building a list thing, this widget is a must use widget, like I can say. There are more extensions like enabled, disabled, or there is expansion tile as well. I will just show you that expansion tile. So expansion tile does this kind of stuff. uh, when the UI gets loaded, you will see. So everything is like demonstrated over here very like in very neat way. So you can see like you can just expand and show the results, or under this you can just load the future data or anything. So this is also a great add to your UI thing. So this is it. Let's go to Widget Catalog. Text. There is a text field, rich text, which you can like write. Also, you can just subscribe to this Flutter channel. They do weekly widget reviews of like how can you can use them, where you can use them. So you can just go over there and see it. So you can see over here like hello bold world. So you can just add the bold thing in the between of your text. So for that you can use rich text. And you can also there is another text widget which is selectable text. So for like if you are using it for web, you can just go ahead and use this, and it will allow you to like in this website we can select this, in Flutter website, generally we can't select this. If I show you my portfolio website, so I haven't used this thing. So as you can see, you can't uh, select anything, select any of them. So if you want to do this kind of stuff or this inside button, so for writing this in your website, you have to use three things. First, selectable text. Then inside the you have to do uh, like textile dot rich, this kind of stuff, and then you have to write this inside that accordingly. So you will see, like, you can select as well, you can click it on that was. So that's thing. I will close that, close that as well. What material stepper thing is kind of thing which you can show when you have a like task to do in different times. So you can do that stepper thing. Like for first you have to do this, second you have to do this, and go ahead. Like you can continue with this. We'll just go back. A text widget is these two are most used, text and rich text. So you can use that. Scrolling. Okay, there is a scrollable widget, custom scroll view, which I will show you in an app I have made to explain you. List view also it is there. So list view takes the list from you in a different way and makes it scrollable. If you do it in the column, it is not scrollable. So for to make it scrollable, you either have to put in the list view or you have to just use scrollable widget. It's over here. Yeah, single child scroll view. So if you are doing it with the column, so you have to put this or row. You can like horizontally see things or you can see it vertically. So you can use single child scroll view for scrolling over a row or column. But if you don't want to use two widgets, you can just use list view. This will also help you to create new list or remove item from the list and all that stuff. Nested scroll view is kind of stuff like it will show you the like expansion tiles. There is a list of expansion tiles, and when you expand that tile, you have to use nested scroll view to like it doesn't have bad stuff with your UI. Like there are two scroll views and it will get clustered and user will like just hate it. Refresh indicator. This is the most used thing if you are using a API or thing to like if you are going to input your API, you can just refresh the API just by pulling the list more, as you have seen in the most of the apps for refreshing. So this is done like directly in your Flutter app. So this is a great widget. So I have this all are you can explore. I'm not going in more detail. So I will show you like some of my widgets which like I think great. It is great and it will help you very much. So visibility is the first one. Visibility Flutter. So this will just hide your widget and you can like I will show you also in the app. So let's say you we have last time's app over here. I will just rebuild it and show you the this was the thing. So if I want to hide this text button, so I will just wrap it up with visibility, and inside that I will just visible to set visible to false, and it is asking me to just put constant. When I save it, it is just gone. So you can change accordingly. Like if I press button, yeah, here I can just put the counter mod 2 equals to 0 question mark. Like I can for now I have to remove const since it depends on the counter variable. Sorry. So when I put it, so now when the it is divisible by 2, it will show, otherwise it will not show. Like you can see, it is good thing to play. Like I use it more most of the time. Like you can get the use cases in your mind, like how you will use it. That is a great thing. Circular progress indicator I have already shown. So I have the list. Let me show you. Here it is. There is safe area. So what does the safe area do? Let's put it. So safe area. Let me show you directly. I search it here. This is not working. Safe area Flutter. It will just make sure that your phone screen is not overflown or thing, like you have a status bar at the top of the screen. So you will just let's say this is the status bar of the app. This is a Windows app, so you don't have to use safe area here. But if you are using a Android or iOS app, so there is a notch or thing, so it will make sure that you are starting your app after the notch. It will not take up the all of the screen from top to bottom. It will remove the top button, and in iOS there is a navigation bar or navigation tool over here, so it will skip that as well. So safe area is used for that. You can just go here and see this video, you will understand. Then we have stack. Stack is a very useful stack. As the name suggests, it is a stack only. It will make a list of widgets one upon another. So basically, if you have three, like here you can see, there is three widgets with different size and things. So first we have built a red one, then above that we have the green one, then above that we have the blue one. So how you will do that? So first we have the red with 100 cross 100, then we have the green with 90. So you will use, like you are using column, you can use stack to stack over any number of widgets within your UI. So generally we do that for like we have a background in there, and above that we have to use image or we have to use text. So it helps. Like this, you can see this is a great UI thing. You can just add the image in the background, and in foreground you can add this shadow thing and add the text. So how you will do that? You have the sized box to specify how much size you want to take. Then stack, you have the container with white thing, so back container it is there. Then you have the another container with shadow. Then inside that you have the child with text. So you can add the image over here and just do all the steps here. So this is a great widget you have. Then we have a wrap widget. Wrap widget. This is the most useful for responsiveness, like for different screen. Yeah, you will use this. So you use row and column regularly, right? So in this wrap widget, it will automatically decide how much gap you have and how much space you have to do that. Like if there is a row, if I put this on the row, it will show me side by side. But what if the screen gets over? Like we have a small screen, and after three widgets, there is no space left to show other widgets. So what wrap will do? It will just uh, bring down the next widget to the next line. So you can like I will just mute and show you the video here once. So yeah, you can. Sorry. Yeah, if you add widget, you can just go here and access. You can define, and like you can see everything, they do it very neatly, and you can use this widget to show according to different skin. Okay. So go ahead and explore this widget. It is great. Then let's come to animation part a little bit. Like how do you use basic animation? So there is hero widget in Flutter. Just this is the basic animation which you have to do nothing with that, and it will work like a charm. So basically, there are two. I will for here also I will show you the video. They have explained like very neatly. So I will skip to here. Like you have this. Can you see this animation? So remove that. Okay. So when I click this start, it will just opens up. So what they have done, they have like just used hero widget over here. So they have hero defined with a tag which you will refer it in the latter half. So when I tap it, it will just go ahead and do the animation. You can see it. In the next page, they have built hero again with the same name, and it expands and it gets back to that very easily, like smooth animation without doing anything. This is a great widget. And I've also done a small thing for you, like this I can skip, and let's see this. When I build this, you have a different app. So have you used Gmail app? So when you scroll the compose button, basically when goes away. So this is done. This can be done using Flutter in very small code. So you have to see this, and like I have this, you can see I have a scaffold, an app bar, a floating action button, and a body of list view. List view, what list view provides me is the controller where I can track the. Let me just pin it. And like I can track the scroll, like how much I am scrolling or how much has been scrolled or where the scroller is basically. Am I scrolling or not or anything? So I have just built a list of widgets of Flutter logo itself in the fluted box. And now I am playing with the animation. So for using the fade animation, like you can see here, the tab button is getting faded, and when I scroll back, it comes back. So for that, you have to use single ticker provider mixin. So it does provide you a ticker which helps you to animate according to the screen they have. So I have to first initialize that. I also have to initialize scroll controller and make sure to dispose any of these controller. You will have the text editing controller as well, which you must dispose. Otherwise, there will be memory leaks and your app will become laggy as the time passes. Initially, you will not recognize, but at while production or when user has gone through multiple times, it will just lag because there are many memory leaks. So this is a basic animation controller. We sync to this means we have to provide this ticker to this animation controller. This ticker uses inbuilt ticker system, which allows you to like go through the animation of the screen, and we have to define duration. Like I have used it here to specify it globally. Like you can use 300 milliseconds, 200 milliseconds, or 1 second, anything. And I have the value like from 0 to how much value it will go. So 1 is for visibility and 0 is for invisible. So if I go 0, it will just go invisible at the start. Like okay, I have to just rebuild that for to show you that. So I will not do that for now. So yeah, you can just go with 0, so it will be not visible, and same goes with the 1, vice versa. So now I will use scroll controller and add listener over it. So what all things we have? We have scroll inside scroll controller, which list view provides us, like where we are scrolling, like we are scrolling up, we are scrolling down, or we are not scrolling. It is ideal position. So we have to do these three things. So there is scroll direction enum which they provide inside this. You can hover the over this and see like where it is. So for while going forward, so if I am doing upper scroll, then it will show forward, and when I scroll downwards, it will show reverse. So I will just reverse, and I will do the animation accordingly. When I go up, it will show the icon. It when I go down, it will just animates to null, like zero. Basically, here the value gets zero, and when I scroll up, the value goes to one. So this is a basic animation, and you can create it like this is very useful and great UI to start with. And list view also provides you this label thing when which you can use like directly. And column it will not provide the this thing. You have to add the scroll bar widget. It is there. Let me show you, and let me remove this. So there is a scroll bar widget. So yeah, scroll image. You can just go and see how scroll bar works. So they are using the list view, and list view also have these things: builder, count. You have like multiple counts and things. You can explore that. They're also great. Scrollable is you can just go ahead and see. Now let's come to future. What does future do? So future and so future, as the name suggests, it is a future class like which expects you to return the value in the future, like after some time. So I can just like uh, let's say let's bring back the older app. I'll just comment this and do this, and inside this column I will just put future dot delay. I don't know if it will work or not, but it should work. Set duration it needs duration, and inside that I have milliseconds. I will put 1000 milliseconds. Dot then it will return the value. So I will just return the text widget, and I will say I am from future. I don't think it will work or not. So here I can just like use visibility. So I will show you. Let's just comment out and fonts with visibility. I have a child, so I will just text. I am from future. I'll just do this at the const, and I will add the visible, and I will make the function which is async. So here I will define a function so which will return the future. So future it will return, and future it will return void. So void just means it will not return. It will just call the function and change, or let's say it will return boolean to show it or not. Okay. So future will show text, and I will just make it async. Async means it will wait for the future to end, otherwise, or else it will just show the, or we can just put it over here, boolean show text equals to false method, and we'll just do not return anything, and we'll await future dot delay duration. Let's say 1 second. In seconds, we'll go and write one, and it will wait for 1 second. And once it is done, we will change the set. We will go with the set state, uh, as we have done in the last session, and change the show text to true. Okay, so I will just put it constant, and in visibility I will give the show text. So let's restart our app, and I have to call this method as well for doing this. So in the init, there is a init method inside the state. So I will just inside the init, I will do that. So init state, and we have method name show text method, and we will just run that and rebuild it. So after a second, it comes. Let's see it again. So I will restart it. It will in the initial it will be not there, and it will just come. So I have to again rebuild the state to show you that. But you so you can understand basically, no? So if, or else I will show you. You can ask. I guess that's it for responsive. Yeah, responsiveness. I will show you the text thing. How I use the text widgets to responsive, make it responsive. Uh, this is uh, my website code only. So I have used here the getx package and getx as well as velocityx. You can see it over here. So you can go ahead and see that they make like code more easier. Like for size box, I don't have to write that 3 line code height, and I just write this and it will work. So what I do there here for responsiveness, I use flex and put the direction like how I want to show. So let me open my website and show you how it is done. Open it and inspect it. So as you can see, now I will just do this, and it will change the my photo will come down. Yeah. So this is done with flex. So here is the flex code. So home view, I can go here and you can see uh, I've used here normal column to just scroll over through my page, and I've defined different two sizes to do that as well. For landing page, I have flex defined over here, and then I do expand thing to take expanded is if you don't know, or I haven't mentioned if until now. So expanded, you can use the width and height of the screen according to like you are dividing two things. Let me show you actually. We have this widget, right? Uh, have I closed it? Yeah, I guess I have closed it. So leave it. Like expanded, you can just let me. Where is this? Yeah. So expanded, you can see I am taking up the half of the screen for my image and half of the screen for my content. So if this is in horizontal way, if I just do this, now I am taking 3/4 of my screen for image, and other part to show the details. So you can just play with the flex and expanded. Like I can say over here, like I want 5 flexes and 4 flexes, and do it accordingly. So yeah. Also, there is one other widget which I want you to see, that is circle of star in Flutter. So this widget also helps you to like just wrap your image inside a circle, just like in back there was showing in the images. Yeah, like this you can just make without using anything. You just put circle avatar and add background image. There is a field background image over there. You can add this and it will look like this or this. You can just explore that. So that is a very cool widget as well. So I guess that's it. We are done for now. We will meet in the next session, the last session. Try to make that tic tac toe using Flutter. You can see the tutorials available in the net, or else we will make it here in the next session. Any questions?
So, people having any kind of queries, please feel free to put it in the chat box.
I guess we can end. Are there any comments in YouTube?
So, if not, I believe we can wrap up the session here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this amazing session, and my special appreciation to you for conducting such a informative session. And in our next upcoming sessions, we'll be having the fifth session, and then we will be ending up with the Flutter Festival. So, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much to the facilitator for teaching the students so well. And I hope you could reach us through our Discord channel and other social media platforms for any kind of queries. So take care. Thank you so much.